There we are.
We made it. Here we are.
Yay,
Man,
there
it
we are.
was like I was Russian totally. I mean, I'm not Russian, but I was, you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, and good morning.
I was going to try to wear my blue blocking glasses today, but I don't.
Wow.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Wait,
is.
there's a reflection and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay though. I got the same problem, but I can't see if I take my glasses off at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see, but it's like really everything is distorted, and I'm like, oh, well, everybody looks funny, but
Yeah. I feel like I just got up.
now it's clear. I
I'm
mean,
kind of like, good morning, everybody.
yes. Morning, everybody. It's a beautiful welcome to No BS Friday.
Yes.
No BS
This
today.
is Shannon and which way to Dreama
Which way?
from iEvolve TV and Destiny Words. So
That way. Yeah.
yeah, it's like kind of the Brady Bunch thing.
It is. How do they do that? It doesn't make any sense. That would be like freaking me out. Look down, God.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just want to push
Yeah.
this out of the screen.
That's good.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
It's got like my tchotchkes on it. Oh, I almost tipped it over.
Oh no, be careful.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So
No.
how was your night last night?
Yeah. Okay. I'm all right.
Okay.
Okay. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I feel like you know that song, Tell Me Something Good.
Meow, meow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep hearing that in my head, so I guess I need to hear something good. So
Okay.
tell me something good this morning, because I'm like, whoa. It's been an
Um.
intense week this week. Everybody that I've talked to,
Yes.
had a phone call yesterday, um, from a good friend, yesterday afternoon, and she said that it's been like that, crazy, intense energy too.
Is
Like,
this a friend out in San Diego
yeah,
or Minnesota?
in San Diego, yeah. And she
Wow.
said that it's been crazy energetically, and that uh, the earth is just rippling right now energetically, and it's causing a lot of people to just really feel like overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and it's, I think it's bringing a lot of this manifestation too, insomnia. um, Different people
Hmm.
they deal with over that overload of energy differently, you know
Yes.
and on the body. And in people that are super sensitive, they just want to escape, really. They're just like, I got to get away from this. And it's just too
Yeah.
much. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, tell me something good. I need something good today.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually a good thing. I was going to grab my planetary
Oh, good. Perfect.
because we kind of reviewed a little bit last week about this week, I think.
Yeah.
Um, a loving start to the lunar new year. So we knew that was happening, right?
Yep. Yep.
It says after a drama-filled start to 2021, wouldn't it be nice if we could just do a reset and start again? Well, it
Yeah.
is Lunar New Year.
Yeah. Perfect.
On Friday, so that's today, gives us a chance to do just that. The week starts off on a highly productive note with the sun's conjunction into mental Mercury and out of the box Aquarius, making it an excellent day for brainstorming. While the moon's trines with Uranus and get
Right. That's
and get it done Mars in the industrious earth signs of Capricorn and Taurus will make sure that all of those great ideas are actually put into practice. Wednesday is a moment of reckoning. However, with Mercury reaching a defining moment in its current retrograde cycle, it is squaring off against Mars at the same time that the moon is in conjunct Saturn, Jupiter, and Venus, and is squaring off Uranus. This will be the judgment day. This will be a judgment day of sorts, when past slights and resentments are drudged up and stewed over in our minds, whereby allowing us to take actions necessary to regain emotional balance. Use this time to sort the wheat from the chaff, whatever, by standing up to bullies and irresponsible flakes, as well as cutting off abusive relationships and making peace with those who merit it. And it goes on a little bit more talking about the new year, but yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So so next week, this woman who writes this says that it's going to be kind of like a bookend of sorts next week, like maybe ending of a phase.
Okay.
I guess we could read it next week, but
yeah, interesting.
Yeah, dreamy days surrounded. This is next week.
Okay.
This week is a book on end by two charming, soft, dreamy days surrounded by one of the most hardcore astrological aspects of the decade. Oh, I didn't read that part.
Wow.
Making the week a bit more like a nuclear bomb delivered in a beautiful packaging and topped off.
Next week?
Yeah,
Holy hell, no.
And topped off with a bright, shiny bow. So,
oh no.
So like a nuclear bomb in disguise is kind of how I take that.
Oh,
but
that's what this week has sort of felt like that, honestly. But wow.
Yeah.
Woohoo! 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 Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Yeah.
Wake up to a new day. Yeah. Oh wow.
So
no wonder I felt like what we did. Yeah, we discussed talking about how to raise your vibration today and how to what things we can utilize to emit and get rid of energetic things that are around us that are energetic suckers and they cause problems in our field. So yeah, no wonder I was feeling like that. And we were talking about doing that because this is a really good time for it. You're going to need it next week with the bomb. It's coming. Yeah. It's going to be like intense. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Whatever.
I want to open our chat because I haven't done that yet.
Go ahead.
So we just kind of just got started. So
yeah,
if you want to, one of the things that if you want to do this while I get started, if you want to talk about, we started to talk about like, there's so many people that are becoming more aware that there is sometimes things that maybe we don't think about that really can hang people up on like just terminology. When you're assimilating new information, a slight difference in terminology can really throw people off. So one of the things was 5D and 5 oh my G.
Right.
I don't know how to say that. I just don't want to get like in trouble. Like what's it, there's a difference, even though if you get kind of more evolved into the idea of it and understanding a little bit deeper, they are connected, but one is man-made kind of, and the other one is the natural ascension process that happens
going into
So I'll get the chat started if you want to just kind of start there. We gotta
right. Yeah. Okay.
Start at the beginning.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. That elevating into the fifth dimension. Yes, coming into the fifth dimension, coming out of, we are third dimensional creatures, and we are elevating and coming into a fifth dimension. And so, my personal feeling on that, this is on my personal feeling on that, is as we are elevating into this higher dimension, that is a lot of the reasons we feel a lot of through the ascension process, things have to drop off. We are purged of things. It's like a boiling pot that keeps coming to the surface, and all the crap boils up, and it's got to be skimmed off of our life and skimmed off and skimmed off. And sometimes we can think, oh, we had that. I dealt with that 20 years ago. I dealt with that 10 years ago. And no, all of a sudden spirit brings it back to the surface again and says, no, there's more to skim off of this because we're not done, because I'm bringing you have to prepare for this highest ascension. And some believe, not saying I believe this, but some talk and believe that if you do not, those that do not prepare and do not come into the fifth dimension will just basically be non-existent. They'll just, you know what I mean? They just, their physical body will just time out and say, okay, can't do this. And so I don't feel about that. That seems awful. No, dream is not harsh. It can seem harsh, but to think, well, maybe some of my family or loved ones or people that I know might not make it into the fifth dimension
Hmm.
during this big shift.
Right.
uh, but that's why we got to open our mouth, really. And the problem is, sometimes you open your mouth and people don't get you, or you feel like the black sheep of the family, they don't fit in,
Hmm.
all this stuff. And so it brings about a bunch of different feelings for people to
Yeah.
talk about stuff that seems non-inclusive, if but because we've heard that for so long. That's what would you call it? That's what religion is done. That's what
Hmm.
it's well, you're not included because you know you're not
Yeah.
included. And I don't want to ever, I never believe in that. I don't endorse that non-inclusive attitude or idea. But this is all up to you. You're raising your vibration. you are
Right.
you're responsible for this. This isn't about being at Sunday school every week, you know
No.
this is about you taking a personal responsibility. It's beyond that. You can go to, I used years ago, I heard, you can going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than going to McDonald's makes you a hamburger. So
No.
you can attend a service someplace, a church, a synagogue, wherever. That doesn't make you what's going on there. What makes you is what? The growth process that you go through,
Hmm.
the elevation and elevating the consciousness that you're going through. So that is what the fifth dimension is about. And
And we should mention um, that a lot of people think a lot of different variations of what that means. The bottom line is we know that it's happening. We know that it's happening because our Schumann resonance is out of control.
it
And we talked
is,
about that before.
yeah.
Um,
It's been last week. It hit like 600 or 800. It was insane on
wow.
Tuesday, and that was the night that I didn't sleep till 3 in the morning. I was like my
Right.
lights were on. I could not shut down, and I was like, something is wrong. I don't know what's going on. Something is wrong in the field. So either that, then I go check my phone. Is anything wrong with my family? You know what I mean? You're just always,
Right.
something's up. You can feel it, and I could feel it. And then I found out the resonance was really outrageous, and it's coming again, people, because we're being prepared for this. We have to merge into this higher elevation. So,
Yes,
so it's
we
good.
definitely do.
Yes. So we do. We're coming into this higher place. Yeah,
Right. And
we
so there's some people that think that it's more of energetic consciousness thing where there's going to be a shifting of timelines, which we know timelines shift because that's basically if I'm going to take this path or I'm going to take this path, that's a timeline. And
yes.
you follow that through or you decide not to and you jump on a different timeline. So um there's just some variations of that, but then there's also a more there, I mean, there's a lot of them. There's like a huge continuum of what people believe will happen, and when we are moving as a planet into a consciousness, a collective consciousness,
Yes.
um, that it will, how that will transpire and
How
what it
it
will look for
look.
you. But it really
Yeah,
probably depends on what your level of awareness is too. So I
exactly.
don't know. We just know that it's happening.
That's right. And
That's it.
everybody is moving at a different pace too. I mean, some
Yeah.
people are way ahead as they have studied and moved forward, and other people maybe just be like a kindergarten just coming into it, but they know something is shifting, and so they're preparing themselves, and they're learning, and I've met people too lately that are really wow, they're just like excited, and they
Yeah.
can't eat enough, you know what I mean? They're like
Yeah.
of spiritual stuff and the books, and they're just really excited because they know something has been happening for quite a while, and we have to move forward with it. And so it's a good time, and that's why this is so important, I think, for us today to talk about these things, and talk about elevation, and how to elevate our consciousness, how to stay in that place of love and above. Love is like the highest,
Yep.
joy and love is like 500, 600 on the scale.
Yep.
And to stay in love and above, and not come down into a lower vibration and invite all that lower energy. Though, they say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah. If you're in that low vibration and you wonder, why are all these people around me that are sick, depressed, blah, blah, blah. Well, check your vibration and see where you're at. What are you resonating?
Are you always, and by that really specifically, are you always is your glass half full or is it half empty?
Yes.
Are you, if you have no other prayer and nothing, just make it be have it be thank you.
Gratitude.
Thank you because you have breath. Thank you that you have food on the table. Those thank yous, just doing it in a practice, actually automatically raises your vibration because you stay in the love vibration.
Yes.
So, yep.
I forgot to get a bell. We need a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know, but I got a bell. I'm gonna ring your bell.
I got a bell too. I bought a bell the other day. It's a little girl and her dress is the bell. Ding, ding, ding. That's really
cool. I have a candle holder or candle.
Yeah, we can ding ding whenever somebody hits it right. But I like them little bells that are short and round, and they're like, they're at the store. Like, you need help, bing, 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 and you slam on that sucker and drive people crazy. That's the one I want. I want a bell like that. We're gonna find one so we can use it. When every time we hit something that's no bullshit, bing, 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 we can.
Oh yeah, like the Staples button.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
There's no bullshit. Ding, 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 ding. It's the
right.
Truth. That's when you speak the truth.
Yeah. And there's lots of truth out there, right? So, but also one of the things that I kind of starred in my little non-existent note.
Okay.
Is that it's if people are looking for something that's profound, I mean, besides the Schumann resonance, that's pretty profound, but like a profound indication that something has changed, it's subtle energy. Yeah. So you're just like if you go to Reiki or you go to massage or you feel better after yoga, those are a little bit more profound because you did something. You had something done or you did something. But by and large, it's a very subtle energy. It's a shifting. Our bodies were built to be here and to vibrate at the Schumann's resonance. And as it rises, it messes with us. And whether we're like going to be aware of it or not, it happens. So
that's right.
Why do I keep getting headaches? Well, there's other things that are going on too, right?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Want to talk about that?
I didn't mean to start a bonfire. Got like smoke going everywhere.
That's all right.
That's all right. Like, oh my Lord. I just light a little piece of sage, you sort of, and it just went like poof.
Yeah. I saw that. I'm like,
I
see it.
Whoa,
it's got a lot of oil in it.
What the heck is going on? Just lights a poof energy.
Yeah.
That's my good. Sage. Sorry, I was trying to light a little bit.
Joshua was asking, what's with the smoke? She lit some sage and it almost started a house fire.
Poof. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, turn it down. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. So I got some cool tools here for elevating your vibration and energy right here
sage.
With me. Sage is one. That's right. I burn a lot of sage. It clears the energy for me. Some people it like doesn't work at all. They're like, what? That doesn't do nothing for me. But for me, it really, I don't know, it works. It clears energy. I also use it to just clear out any entities and energies that would be present in the space. And I don't know.
And sage is fun if you go and look at or learn some things about sage. It's in the mint family, and so mint always, I mean, it settles your stomach. Peppermint,
yeah.
And but it happens to also be related to marijuana.
Holy crap! Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it affects your consciousness, right? It affects, I mean, in a very subtle way.
If you burn it, yeah, it does.
I mean, marijuana does it a little bit more profoundly.
Yeah, but this thing is really a smoking. I mean, really, and they say this is what I've heard.
What's the oil? It's the oil that's burning in it.
That the more it burns, the more energy you have going on. I mean, try it. Light some sage right after an argument in the house. I mean, it
should be lit after that.
Yes, and when you got all that energy going on from like an argument, or you light. I mean, I did it before. Like somebody leaves my house, I had a really intense session or whatever, I'll light sage and I'll clear the house and it just goes boof. So that's
Oh,
why
really?
when it really went boof, I'm like, wow, maybe, I got a lot of energetic stuff going on here this morning, which, yeah, I did.
Speaking of
Think
that,
of it, now think of it.
that's why they that I mean, everybody relates it to witches, but it's not necessarily. People have brooms near their door.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think it's a German tradition. Or that's where it's like, it's probably all over, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's to like, it's a practice to sweep out, negative energy out of your
Right.
house. It's like, it's kind of like, you have that intention. It just like if we go to church and we light a candle because we're setting an intention, it's the same thing that I'm physically doing something on a cellular level to move this energy out of my space.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So that's why witches, it's not usually it's not a witch thing, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's what how people associate it.
I would
How,
call it, yeah.
sorry, what?
I was thinking folk, like folk magic or folk,
Um,
something that, yeah,
a folk practice.
folk
I don't
practice.
know. I
Yeah.
mean, energy's a real thing.
That they use a broom, and brooms symbolize sweeping out the old.
Yep.
I agree with you totally.
So you can have not a lot of, you can have more than one purpose, I suppose, to have I have a broom by my door.
Yeah, me too.
I know you do. We got two.
I have two brooms. Yeah. I like my brooms. In fact, I
Got
told
one and you got a spare.
the one is to like, don't let anybody in here that I don't want in here. And it works.
Oh, that's right. That's the one that has a threshold.
Yeah, it's my threshold broom. And it's like nobody comes into my house that I do not allow. And so the broom, believe me, it has stopped people from coming in the house.
Really?
Yeah, they'll come to the door. They ain't coming in.
Oh.
So
Well, it's so funny because when I go for a walk,
mhm.
There's a lady that lives down the street from me, and it's like she and I know like each other, but we've never met, like type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, and she has a broom by her front door, and it's like she has a painted fence too. Like
Really?
that she must have painted. And it's almost like you kind of give each other that nod when you do see each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know her. I've never met her.
You just know she's
I can feel her when she walks past my house.
Yeah, you feel the resonance. Yeah.
And like I've seen her, like I'm thinking, oh, this feels. And so I look out the window, and she's going for a walk or whatever, and she's literally turned around and just smiled. And like,
yeah,
how do we know these things? We just do. It's like the dog that it's like the dogs that know when their master's coming home, and even if they're off schedule, they start to pace the house. They know.
Like the broom, there's bells. Bells are not just ding ding ding. For that, the bells are very clearing, because the bell and the ringing of the bell omits a vibration, right? And so that vibration comes out and clears the space. Bells are they've been used for centuries in like spiritual practices. Bells have, because it's just it's the vibration of it, and I think everything we know vibrates in this world. And so it can change the atmosphere,
So I wanted to go back to what you were saying. It just occurred to me, when you were saying that, why do I feel like this way? You have to look around who if they're not taking care of their own stuff, and they're doing, it's kind of like, everybody's seen this before. I should have had you grab your tuning forks. A tuning fork, and you vibrate that. You hit it and you let it vibrate. And then you take another tuning fork, you don't hit it, and you bring it next to it. They'll start singing together. So they resonate together. They get in sync with each other. Yeah. Another example of this is, as my dad would say, the moon cycle that women go through, and they
all get together. Next thing you know, they're all doing it
at the same time. Yep. Same thing. Crazy? So we have lots of examples of this. We just don't. Well, so raising your vibration, adjusting to because the vibration is the atmosphere is changing. So, whether or not you move along with it is entirely up to you. So, yes.
I seen that Joshua said something about cats.
Yes, he says cats are the protectors of the unseen.
Yes.
They have night vision, I think, too. But if we think about night vision, it's not just necessarily when we think about cats, like they're going to be able to see in the day and in the night. It's also being able to see perhaps across those frequencies or those dimensions, across those veils that we might not perceive in real time.
I believe that animals, dogs and cats have that sense. Cats have been also used for centuries as sacred animals, because of their I don't know, maybe because of their uniqueness. You know what I mean? They're very what would you call it? I don't know. They're sneaky. Where a dog comes running up,
They're stealthy.
Yeah, but a cat can sort of just sneak in and you don't even know they walked by. They're just so sneaky and stealthy. Yeah, they're amazing. And if you watch a cat, they're really amazing. I love cats. I don't have any cats, but I think they're awesome. I did have for years. And
unless you're my sister's cat, I think his name is Franklin.
He's klutzy.
He's like the Fat Albert of cats.
Really?
And it's like, oh, Aunt Shannon's here. She gives me turkey. Like it just
No way.
And he'll sit wherever I've sat. Like, I don't know, because he sits on my scent. Just animals have that ability.
They do, yeah. My daughter has a cat that's sort of different. His name's Oscar, and that cat thinks it's a dog. It wants to play fetch. You throw something, it'll fetch it, bring it back. It's like, and she told me, she said, this cat thinks it's a dog. It wants to do everything a dog does.
Maybe he's on the karmic wheel, the Buddhist karmic wheel, and he ascended next to the cat. Last time he was a dog, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think he was a dog. That's right. And he thought, oh, I think I'll come back as a cat. And he didn't realize, well, I play like a dog? I was a dog. Why did I do this? But anyway, so cool. So I know you got a lot of cool stuff too. Oh yeah, tell me what your shirt says.
So tell me what? Oh,
your shirt says. What's that?
Say Ferris.
Yeah, what's that about?
Say. He's sick.
He is?
Yeah, my best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid who saw him pass out at 31 Flavors last night. So I guess it's pretty serious.
Really? Oh my. I didn't know that.
It's from a movie. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I never seen the movie, so how would I know?
I don't know. I guess you wouldn't.
Don't cut me off. I haven't seen it. I don't watch lots of movies.
Classic.
I haven't watched tons of movies. I mean, I do watch some movies, but
yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, now it makes sense to me. It's a movie. Oh,
it's a movie.
This is still a smoking. What's going on in this house?
But there's some really funny one-liners. There's some really
that movie. Yeah.
Oh, at least I think they're funny. But I've seen it like, all right, we didn't have cable.
Now, if it said like Luke, I am your father, I wouldn't know what that is.
Right.
I mean, because I'm like a Star Wars maniac. I love Star Wars. But anyway.
So it's we didn't have cable growing up. We had PBS and CBS, I think. And so, but man, when we got a VCR, boy, we had Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I wore that tape out.
Really?
I think I've seen it over 100 times. Yes.
Wow. I think that's about me. That's Star Wars for me, and Back to the Future 1. I think I've seen it 100 times. I love that movie, and now I understand why. I loved it from the time it came out because I felt very connected to time travel and to living in different, like you were saying, in different. What did you call it a minute ago? My brain's going.
Dimensions?
Picking up something. What is
dimensions?
No, not dimensions. You're in timelines. That's
timelines.
Yeah, we're living in different timelines. We can be coexisting in another timeline, which we are at all these different times, and that's why we go back and into our dream cycles and times, and we pull up things from past timelines. And
if we start to understand that time is not linear,
it is
that then it's a hard, that's hard to grasp, really. Yep. I don't think that I've grasped it. Can't say it. Grasped it.
Well, what's his name? Jeff Foxworthy always said, you might be a redneck if, and so that's why I think about that. You might be a time traveler if your favorite movie is Back to the Future. You know, you might be part of a cosmic species if your favorite movies are Star Wars, Star Trek.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
sort of like connected. The whole thing is very connected.
Well, they do say that a lot of, well, I've just because I've kind of listened to or read or whatever, a pretty broad, you know,
Mhm.
I don't know, information. They
Mhm.
something I read said that
Oops.
like if the wave of, there's a couple books about it too that I actually have, but I haven't read it cover to cover.
Mhm.
That is of quite a few star seeds incarnated in the 70s. And they've been incarnating for a long time. So it's not like that's a new thing.
Right.
But quite a few came then. And the first Star Wars came out in 1977. So if you think about it, I would have been 3,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right around the time that my dad had that UFO encounter with Bob.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, literally, they had that encounter like probably months after it would have
Thank
happened.
you. Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Very.
That's why all this stuff, little by little, everything sort of just comes into the light and shines the light on something, and you're like, I think I understand that now, why this has happened. And it just puts the pieces together so well. And when you understand your incarnation and you understand you, wow, it makes everything
Oh,
just sort of clear.
right. So we were going to get to how does that relate to 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't either. Yeah. You don't want the video to be taken down or anything.
No.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So we don't want any problems. So we just want to flow with everybody and have a good time today.
So how does that,
How does that
because
relate
we've
to?
got some things coming into our atmosphere.
Yeah.
That is technology. And the first, those satellites, those 5. Oh, wait,
Satellite.
what's your route?
Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
Satellites were, happened before the pandemic. They had been,
Yep.
they were already, blazing us from above, and more have happened too. And they've actually changed the name. So when people started getting a little like, what's going on? What's going on? Like probably last spring, like March, April, they changed the name of that.
They did.
They
Really?
didn't call it that like openly to the public. Yeah. So like when there was other things launched, they called it something else. So whether or not it's changing, obviously it's changing something, right? And so, people say, well, I'm not going to get one of those phones. You're
Right.
getting blazed with it, whether you like it or not. It's happening because it's just,
Yeah. It's so, yeah. It's like being under a sun lamp. You're under
yeah.
there. What are you going to do?
And I've heard that people speculated that, remember the fires that were happening?
Yeah.
And if people were taking like videos of those, that they were like just spots, like they were, there was people that actually lit them too. So I'm not getting into that political side of things, but
Right.
they're like in the neighborhoods, like just a car would be burned, or there was just like a tree or one house, and then
Oh, I
this other
understand.
house was
Yeah.
fine. And so they were saying that it was direct energy. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff. And then the thing on was it New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, the place in Tennessee, there was some speculation of whether that was a direct energy, because of some political things that we don't
Right.
probably, but everybody was speculating. So
Yeah, I read that the other day. It was line up online. It showed each time we had a major, what would you call it, thing happen.
energy or
Well, it was a major health crisis. It was all cosmic related to an influx of something that had shifted in the heavenlies. That, oh, we put this satellite in place, and bam, this health crisis happened. We put this satellite in place, bam, we moved up to this, and bam,
yeah.
everything.
before that even.
Yeah, exactly. You can go all the way back to the 1940s when we
And
did
further.
and further back, yeah, where they just start any kind of like a new what would you call it?
Frequency. Anytime
New,
there's been a new
that's it.
frequency
There's the word, new
introduced
frequency. So
introduced
that's
into
what,
to our atmosphere, we've
yeah,
had
we've had
some
something,
kind of major illness that kind of went through.
physical problem that happened for people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a book, there's a very, I think I brought it up before. A third of it is reference in research.
Mhm.
It's so big. Actually, I have it right here. I do. I have it right here.
Oh, cool. Wow.
And like literally that much. I mean, I'm guessing, but it's like there's so much, like this is all research and the rest of this is the book. But basically, like when railroads, that
when the railroad came in, yeah.
yes, and then there was some electricity that went along those. Anyway,
No,
Morse code. I mean,
code started, yeah.
that happened before we were launching satellites.
Yeah.
That happened before we were.
It was any kind of frequency change. And when they upgraded the frequency.
No, that was a frequency change because they introduced it into our atmosphere.
Right.
So that changed yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. When any kind of frequency change, way back from as far back as we can think of, that changed. But it was a technology. We stepped up. We thought, oh, we're stepping up in technology. So we need to step up with technology. And then it changed frequencies. And then people got sick. Was some kind of something hit the population and would wipe out a certain amount of the population because they couldn't handle the frequency change. And a lot of it is older people, older people, and that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it just might be an emotional rigidity. It might be because your cells are not as
cellular ability, to congeal with it all. And
I think having a mental or emotional ability to kind of be more of a learner or more of a I can kind of roll with some of this stuff might be, well, I know that it would be very helpful.
What's a question? We have a question.
I do want to mention though. So what happens is when you're not able to transmute the energy and raise by your own intention.
Yes.
It weakens the cellular walls. And when that weakens the cellular walls because of the new, and you're not working on it.
Yes.
Taking care of your health, emotional health, physical health, psychological health, all those things, is something gets in those cells that then you're not able to flush it out. So guess what we get? A pandemic.
Yep, exactly.
So yes,
that's what happened.
Sorry.
No, that's good. It's the truth. I'm glad you brought that up because now we can build up on that foundation of how to raise that vibration. So this does not affect you.
Mm-hmm.
And this and all this stuff, because it's not going to stop, honestly.
Right.
They're not going to stop blasting us with stuff.
Nope.
And so we have to acclimate ourselves and raise our vibration.
So I mean, this is kind of a little bit of a going down like another side path. But that's okay. Joshua asks, would you incarnate back to this planet or go home? And he did say that he had a question for both of us. I think he means us specifically.
Okay. Did
I answer?
Been here quite a few times already.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel that I've been here quite a few times. I think if I incarnated again, I would really, I think I would like to come more and be more of a celestial, stay in a celestial state, and be a teacher and helper there. You know what I'm saying? Would that make sense? And not in a physical state here on the ground as a ground teacher. I feel like I've did this number over and over, and that's why I've chose this path as a healer over and over. And I've been, and it's so I would choose to stay in a celestial place and teach, help, and maybe help those ground people, that are doing what I'm doing now, So what about you?
I think that I would agree with that. I would yes, I would prefer not to be in this level of density and lack of love. I would prefer not to be back, but I think, when we talk about this in other forums, that when we take you write the contract of, I'm not going to remember my status previous to this incarnation. I'm going the amnesia, of it all. And then we have bleed through memories, and we're like, why do I, deja vus and all kinds of stuff that gives us clues. It's something that your higher self signed on to. So, and whether or not you came here to ascend in the way that your soul path intended, it really determines whether or not you're coming back. But because we are creator beings and we have free will, we can say, you know what? I think I'm going to have to work on this ascension somewhere else because it's not jiving with me anymore. So I think there's a lot of different ways that you can manifest that process as a soul, and it really is entirely up to you. If that answers the question.
That was good. Very good.
Yeah, he said I would incarnate to finish the lessons I needed to get here in these times. Yeah, I think I think ultimately that's the name of the game, right?
Yep, that's the path. And we just keep doing it. But after a while, you're just sort of tired of it.
Yeah. But I did want to recommend a couple books to Joshua that will help, just the viewers. This one, can we see it? A Brief Tour of Higher Consciousness by Istok Bentoff.
Okay.
This is actually a very old book. And it's and the stuff that's in here was just declassified, and it's like 80 years old, just declassified by the CIA, those things. And another one also by him, and they're very related, is Stalking the Wild Pendulum. So it brings up like the physics of or the quantum physics. I think it's just physics, it's not even quantum, but it's one and the same. So and it talks about there's just so much in here, I couldn't even summarize it, but those two books are amazingly helpful.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So, and I think he was suicided after he released his book. Just my personal theory. Yep. That's from again, the 70s.
Wow. Well, that was I was a kid in the 70s, a small child. So
yeah.
Younger, put it that way. Anyway, so I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of the early 70s at all. It's weird. I just don't remember it. It's I remember a lot of turmoil in the world,
Okay.
And but I don't remember a ton of it. It's very interesting.
So we haven't gotten to how to help us. Ultimately, it's always mental and on a consciousness level. But how do we help us in our bodies physically? Because we started out with third-dimensional bodies that need to ascend along with our consciousness. So our bodies will have to adjust, which is what we work on every day, right? So
exactly.
So those practices, taking care of your shadows, anything that's meditative. And I go to CrossFit and I call that my moving meditation because I work out a lot of crap.
That's right. That's good. That's good.
So meditation can look a lot of different ways.
Yep. It doesn't have to be like sitting, cross-legged. And it's good to even, higher vibration, you can play vibrations, they have them online. Yep. They're a high vibration. Just play it through your house. So it elevates the energy in the house. Become conscious of your thoughts. Everything you think becomes your reality. That's a very high vibrational thing to do. Be very conscious of what you spend your energy on thinking about.
Right.
Because you do become what you think about. One of these dandy things. This is a vibrational tool.
Yep.
It's going to change and raise vibration. I used to listen to these recorded sessions of why am I getting deep throat? Anyway, ding, 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 truth. Our true bell dinger.
There you go.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can make it sing. I have one that I can really make sing, and this one I might not be able to.
So while you're trying to get it to sing, I'm gonna say it doesn't have to be that tone. It's whatever you find appealing. Like I like, and there's a reason for this. I like really, really deep. Oh, like I like really deep things. And I think because it pulls me, because I don't spend a whole lot of time in those lower chakras, it pulls me down a little bit and kind of grounds me. It kind of gives me that foundation like you're talking about. So I tend to like things that are lower. So that's okay. I mean, you don't have to worry about having a certain tone or what do you like? Just do that one,
Wow, it sings nice.
Also staying in the if you feel like dancing in your kitchen,
that's a good one.
Do it. If you feel like painting or if you feel like whatever it is, however you manifest the joy, which is ultimately love, that helps. We talked about crystals yesterday. Well, you're really concentrating on that thing.
Can you hear it? It was singing really nice. But
it's like my big mouth was covering it. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, it was sort of singing pretty good. But anyway, it takes some effort to those bowls. They gotta feel the love, man. They don't want to sing. I'm not singing. I'm not feeling the love. Okay, I got this.
Well, we started talking about that yesterday. What are you showing me? Oh,
yeah.
This
is a selenite wand, they call it. And this is really good for swooping around, just sort of clearing your energy. Selenite is a really good substance. Very good.
Like I was telling you yesterday, like I have this friend that owns a shop in Ludington and she feels the energy and stones really, really profoundly. And she'll come over to me and say, put this in your hand, hold this. And she's waiting for my reaction. And I'm just like, well, it's pretty. Like I don't pick up on it. So if people are thinking that they're going to automatically have, some change. I mean, there is a change.
Yes.
But it's very subtle. And so if it helps, it helps. I know people that put stones in their bra, like because they want to carry them, or in their pocket. Yeah, or a little pouch.
This is organite. Organite is one of the, it's really a man-made collection of copper, brass, and whatever other what would you call it? Metals and stuff.
Metals
and minerals. And organite is supposed to basically, if you wear it on your body, it's really good to wear on your body. Or I have an organite pyramid that you can really cut down the flow of transmissions from objects like your cell phone, your refrigerator. It puts out tons of emissions. What else does?
Computers, cell phones, anything, any tech.
Yeah, computer. Yeah, if you could really see the stuff coming out of the computer, you probably wouldn't want to be around it, honestly.
Your meters on your house put out a ton. I took that. I have a meter. That will
reader.
I have a thing, EMF reader.
Yeah.
And I went out to my meter on my house, and it just started going crazy. Really? I have a stainless steel refrigerator, and I think that's helpful because I put it up to my refrigerator and I have to get to the way back to the electrical outlet to get anything. So I think the stainless steel actually kind of helps, so it's, it kind of stays a little bit more contained. Your microwave, it will also go crazy on your microwave.
That's a brain fryer. You stand by that sucker all the time. And that's not a good thing. TV.
So we start.
Yeah, that's another one.
TVs. Anything that puts out a blue light. That's why I have my blue light glasses. Is supposed to help a little bit.
Yes.
But we started talking about this yesterday because I told you, I'm really trying really hard to stay grounded today. This was yesterday. And I'm I've been sitting with my Shiva Lingam stone in my lap. And this is it.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? I love that.
It is.
I gotta get one of those someday.
But sitting in my lap because it's heavy, really kind of reminds me to think about it because it's heavy.
Push that ground down. Keep that center and grounded. That's beautiful.
But they have little ones too. I've got some little ones, but they're still kind of heavy for a little rock. So anything like that, stones can be very helpful because they're of
Yes,
the earth. I mean,
that's right. Exactly.
if you have
What else?
if you have no other explanation, because they're of the earth.
Yep, I got some more things here wrote down.
Okay, good.
Drink water. Very good. That's very clearing, elevating.
And yes, I should mention some things about water. If you're buying bottled water, you can find out what the pH is of that water. But anything that's of a higher pH, like I have my Icelandic, and it's 8.4, but 9.5, and then the Essentia water, there are other brands too, they also have an ionic charge to them, so that helps hydrate your cells. It opens up.
Yeah.
Sterling Hill talks about that.
Mhm.
In the first time those Essentias, I think I drank 2 of them, and it's a liter, so that's 2 liters of water. Over the course of like 3 or 4 hours, I didn't even pee. I didn't even know I was that dehydrated.
Wow.
And I drink water.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is, and we do that. That's what I got a book. I forgot the name of it, but it's all about water. I think that might be the name of it. But and it says that most people actually live dehydrated.
Yeah.
We live in a dehydrated society. We do not drink enough water. We spend way too much time with our coffee and our sodas and other things, alcohol, yeah, and we don't hydrate enough. And so the body constantly is running dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really great thing to elevate the vibration is drink that water, get very hydrated. And that's what you do too. Tell clients before you come, you need to drink a lot of water, hydrate yourself.
So we've talked about things that people have access to pretty easily, even if it's a rock out in your yard, that's fine. If it works for you, great, use it. But essentially it's always your intention that helps you move through the influx of energy. But there's some other things too. And I've talked about it on our podcast.
Yes.
I have this, I have my tinfoil hat.
Yes. That's good.
And it's not really tinfoil. It's lined on the inside with a silver fabric. So that helps. So if I took my phone and I stuck it inside my hat, it gets no reception. It's done. It takes a crap. So it does work. It does work to cover your really third eye.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Those, but those are expensive. Those are really expensive. That's $45, and I have to order them, and that company is out of the UK.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
That is expensive.
That's why my dad got one for his birthday. I didn't get it, just pick one up for him.
Right, yeah. It's not like buying a stocking cap.
No.
And you can't just wrap your head in tinfoil.
Well, you could.
Yeah.
But I don't know that aluminum's that good for you anyway.
I think we look a little weird wrapped in tinfoil.
Yeah. My dad has, just from sailing for years and years, just always being out in the sun, he's got some melanomas on his ear, and he's had to have them removed. And so it's great to help him heal. He will have to, so he wears his, he's bald too, so he's cold. So he wears that all the time.
Yep.
And it helps him heal.
Good. Okay, talk about higher vibrational food.
Higher vibrational foods are going to be those that grow higher in the space. Higher vibrational foods are going to be like fruits and those types of things. So fruit, leafy greens are higher vibrational than, let's say, like meat. Yes. But they do grow very close to the earth. So so if you get more into like the kales and those that are more of roughage, those will be.
Broccoli has a higher vibration, like blueberries.
Yes.
Big Mac does not vibrate at all.
Well,
that's what it says.
Right. It doesn't vibrate at all, but meat itself, it's probably because of the process that it goes through.
Yeah, it says if you're consuming foods covered in chemicals and pesticides or in plastic, it will leave you with lower vibration.
Yes.
Yeah.
But meat is very grounding, but it, it's so funny because any fruit that I get, I never put it in my refrigerator because because it kills it. it's not so alive. Okay. So
Right.
if you can keep food and where we live, it's cold. So a lot of our fruit and vegetables will come out of a colder storage too, but hopefully it has some life left in it. And so, yeah, I leave my stuff out. That's probably why I have to go to the grocery store so often.
Okay, be grateful. Making a grateful list shifts your vibration from focusing on what you don't have to what you have in your life. Very
Yep.
good.
The thank yous, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a list.
Practice kindness.
Oh, wait. Things
What?
of a certain the color of the thing that you're eating.
Oh, yes.
Will resonate with that chakra.
Centers.
Yes.
Yes, that's good. That's a good one. Like if you're working on your heart center, you eat those green things, that's going to resonate with the heart. Have a nice big salad, anything green. Working on the throat center, get some blueberries, blue things. And also I've heard even the color of your clothes, what you're wearing, is going to vibrate a different energy and going to help those. You need something for the heart today, then wear a blue shirt. You want something for your center.
You mean throat?
Blue throat. Yeah, sorry. The heart is green. Yeah, wear a green shirt. Yeah, blue throat. Yeah, you're working on your solar plexus. What is that? Orange, yellow, orange. Yeah.
Orange is your sacral. Yellow is your solar plexus. But
yellow. Yeah.
Again, if you were like, because pink is the alternative color for the heart. Like if you're like, my intention is this color is going to help me with my heart. It's your intention, so it doesn't necessarily even matter what color it is. Exactly. But if you're trying to line it up and work on those things, it's helpful to know those colors.
Yes, and it's anything, like you said, anything. This wand is just a piece of selenite, but when I activate it with my intention, that's what makes it something different. It's otherwise it's just it's a piece of selenite, It's like it's not like a magical wand. Bing, bing.
Well, it's magical because you're magical.
But yeah, exactly, because
the magic comes from us.
I ignite it with my intention and my energy, and that's what makes things powerful. Is you, because you are a creator and an energy being. So that's awesome. I love that. That's good.
Sorry, but meat is grounding. Like if you've something that's why people get into the whole humane that like, okay, this animal was humanely slaughtered. I don't have a better word. I'm sorry.
Sacrifice, whatever.
Yeah, or they were grass fed, or I mean, not just for health reasons, but also because of these things, because they didn't suffer as much trauma as maybe something we've traditionally harvested our meat, which isn't, I don't really want to talk about all that, but
no.
Yeah. So like things like, venison, if people have hunted, that's going to be, a little bit higher or a little bit.
I think it is vibrationally higher when the animal is offered in a kinder way. It is vibrationally higher because you traumatize anything, and you're going to get a vibrational difference. It's everything is vibration. So I totally agree with you.
Right.
That's why the indigenous people would go out to the field and they would pray, and they would say, "Great Spirit," and they would see a bunch of cattle or whatever, please, and ask the cattle,
buffalo.
Or buffalo or whatever, who desires to be our sacrifice,
right?
And the animal would just walk forward. There would be no doubt about it. The oldest animal would just come right to them and say, "That's me."
Well, that'd be kind of gamey.
Yeah, gamey. But it's just, I think that's how. That's why I have a good friend of mine, and that's how she even does with her vegetables and everything in her garden. She goes out and she'll be like, "Okay, so
who wants to be eaten?
I need me some food, and please release this from the ground," and speaks to Mother Earth, and those vegetables will pop right out of the ground. You don't have to tug very hard, but the ones you don't ask for, that's why gratitude is so valuable. Right. And we think that in a lot of ways people will be like, "You're so crazy," that's sort of off the wall. But think about having gratitude, because we don't live in this society anymore where we go in and we say, "Thank you for the milk." We say, "Thank you for the food." We thank the Mother Earth and take the abundance. We just pillage.
Well, that's
Take it.
why traditionally in our religious practices, we have sat down and thanked and been thankful for the, said a prayer over our food. And, there you can take that any way you want, but because you're putting some vibrational intent in there that it is going to nourish our bodies for the good.
Yes.
I mean, even if you just looked at your food and said thank you in your head, you don't have to say out loud. Or why, like if you do go through Reiki training, the first part of that training is to Reiki your food and your water and your pets and your plants and to Reiki everything because you're doing that. You're changing the vibration of that food and that water.
That's
So,
good.
and there is also, Brian and I did a podcast on it about looking at water cells under microscope and how the water actually has memory. And when they said thank you and said a prayer of thank you and love over water and then looked at it under the cell, it was like a beautiful snowflake. I think they also froze them too. But if it was like yelled at, it would look all kind of weird and like,
Yeah.
Right. And so how much percentage of our own cells are actually water?
Yes. Like 98%.
Yeah. Oh, like some crazy
High number. We're mostly water. Yeah. We're water.
And water in a bottle can take on that energy. Imagine what happens inside your cells.
That's right. When you speak to your cells, that's the number one path for healing the body is speaking to your cellular structure and saying, and calling those things as you want them to be, not as they are.
Right.
You have to speak what you want them to be. I am whole. I am not ill. I'm whole. And my cellular body is coming into alignment with everything that I desire. We're powerful beings. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is really good. But
do you have any more on your list? Because we're like, man, there's a ton of information.
We're just rolling right along here.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
I'm gonna let you talk for a minute because I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay, go for it. Yeah, okay.
Coffee's going right through me.
Okay. Okay. Practice acts of kindness, be grateful, get your heart pumping, exercise. Get out there and do something. And Shannon's good at that. I am not. I'm not a big exercise lover. It seems like a lot of work, but I do it occasionally when I want to get myself. I like yoga, something more smooth and motivating like that than more out there really working really hard. Let's see what other ways we can do that. No. Okay, trying to get this to go back here. Hold on. I was like, okay, we're gonna go keep raising that a vibration. So we know that things are just tools for us to use, where our crystals, our stones, our anything. Like I made this one here myself. This is on a piece of leather. I just wrapped this stone to keep it closer to my heart. I do believe it is a clear quartz, just a clear quartz, which is really good. Wow, you're fast.
I even put my cup in the dishwasher.
Everything in life is vibration. Albert Einstein.
Yep.
If you're vibrating at the highest level, you're going to feel lighter, happier, and more at ease. Whereas lower levels, this is how to check yourself. Check yourself is
before you wreck yourself.
Yes, exactly. If you're feeling heavy, dark, and confused, you're probably vibrating at a very low level. You need to get up and dance around the house, change that up, put on some kind of a, smells can do it, right?
Yes. Essential oils. Yep.
Essential oils can elevate the consciousness and elevate you. Take a good shower. Oh my gosh. A nice cleansing shower is so positive, and the vibration of that feels so, that's why it's so good when you're feeling exhausted. Sometimes you take a shower, then you go to bed at night. A lot of people do that.
I think sometimes people don't realize sometimes you could create your atmosphere. You think about the 4 elements. You just kind of bring those elements into your space or some representation of that. Green things, things that represent water. Like if you have like behind me, You can see the capiz shells, those make the sound of water. So that kind of in my mind is represent, because I don't have like a waterfall in my house, you know.
Nice. Yeah, though. That's
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Waterfalls are very cleansing. Water, go to the ocean, go to the lake. You want a cleansing, higher vibration, take your butt down and go to the lake if you got a lake near you or water of some source.
I think you and I tend to burn things a lot. Burning things.
Yes, burning things.
Burn
Man,
things.
that raises the vibration.
Yeah, so just even lighting the sage. Yeah, the candle, burn a candle.
Yeah.
I do not recommend those that are scented with chemical. I mean, burn your sage or burn Palo Santo or something else, or use a diffuser. There's another water element. Use a diffuser to change the sense of your house. If you have plugins in your house, I mean that you're just filling your space full of carcinogens and chemicals and because it's not essential oils in there. There are plugins that have essential oils.
Essential oils, yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't usually get really specific on what people do in their own space. I mean, they can do whatever they want, but just so you know, that's really tough on your body.
Right, when you're burning stuff that's not clean,
the plugins that are chemical.
So I think we covered everything basically, except this one here I never heard before. Forgiveness. On the emotional scale, blame is a low energy out of 22 emotions, arranged from the highest vibe to number 1. It is at the lowest is 22. Blame is 15. Wow, that's that stinks. If you can work towards forgiveness, you'll release yourself of the low energy that can weigh you down like a bowling ball, and you can move up the scale. So letting go of blame and
so
coming into forgiveness, powerful.
Yeah, coming into forgiveness is, and how you do that is just not ignore it. That's a shadow thing, working on your shadow, things that are, that bring you down. Yes. But there's a reason, and I'm really not into this spiritual gaslighting stuff. Like, just forgive everybody. Just be, just let it roll off your back. There's a reason in which you got fired up and your ego got protective over whatever that is. Yep. But find out what it is and work on it. And just because, okay, so let's say you walked into a lion's den, right? And you got mauled by a lion, right? And you walk out and somehow eventually you heal and you get over it. Doesn't mean that you're going to go back in the lion's den and cuddle with them.
No,
right?
No.
So I really feel very strongly on people taking the time and understanding why you held on to whatever it is that you're not forgiving somebody for. But that's part of the process, because just don't try to forgive somebody before, I'm just going to forgive everything. Everything's fine. Everything's cool.
Right.
That's not why you're here. No, if you need to figure that out for you, doesn't mean that you're going to go cuddle with the lion again. It just means that you're not going to drink the poison and expect them to die. That's all.
Right. And it, the old saying, it's more when you hold unforgiveness, it's toxic to you. It's not hurting that person. It's hurting you. And so I've had that path myself many times. Just have to let it go and just know that
you can hold your Shiva stone.
Know that it's going to be okay. Yeah, that is a big stone, man.
No, that's why having it heavy in my lap is super
amazing.
Helpful.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kind of weird, but it's helpful.
Kind of weird, but helpful. Yeah. Okay. The next one is reduce alcohol. Eliminate or reduce alcohol out of that's lower vibration. While it feels good, alcohol is a depressant and lowers a person's vibration. If you want to be clear and connected, eliminate it from your body. It would be a good place to start. Rather than numbing out, adopt a more healthy, holistic way. I don't know. Yeah.
Certain teas. Did I ever tell you about the time that I OD'd on St. John's wort?
No. No way.
I did. It was so weird. It gave me this weird, vertigo, but it wasn't real vertigo. It was so weird. Okay, so I had been taking the supplement, right? Because that's nature's Prozac. I was depressed and I started taking St. John's wort. Also makes you very photosensitive. So
Really?
People start taking, yeah, you like, I would try to cut it off, like to, I maybe took it in the winter time, like this time of year, but then going out in the sun, like you'll get blazed and not realize it. And the sunburn just lingers and it's painful. Ooh. So just be aware of that. Yeah. So anyway, I was taking St. John's wort, and I discovered that you can get it in a tea, and I really enjoyed the tea.
Oh man. And I see this coming.
Not really realizing how, like, oh, it's just tea, it's.
Yeah.
No, I was like double, tripling the dose by drinking. Tea is very effective, and I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So I was okay as long as my head was like on a cushion. Like if I leaned back in a chair and just put my head back, I was fine. But if I lifted my own head up, I would get like these weird swirls, and
oh wow,
like I just kind of had to hold on. But if my head was resting on something, I was fine. So it lasted, I don't know, half hour, an hour.
Yeah.
It took days for me to figure out that it came on after I drank a cup of tea.
Then you realized I'm ODing on this.
Yeah, because I was like, I would feel better. I'm like, I'll get another I'll get another cup of tea. I like that stuff. And that would happen again.
And there we go. Terrible. Wow. But it's good. Tea is good. That's going to raise your vibration. Tea is good. It's better than drinking alcohol, but sometimes we do, just have a nice cup of wine or something just to disconnect. And that's understandable. But you just got to realize that you're going to lower your vibration if you keep a tipping and a sipping.
Yeah. If you're doing shots of tequila, off your friend, then it's probably a little too much.
Yes. Yeah, you might be a redneck. No.
Or in college and on spring break.
You might be lowering your vibration. If you do these
Alrighty.
things.
Is there any?
No, I don't have any more. That's all of them. That's absolutely what is recommended. To heighten your vibration, just to go over them real quickly, I'll read what it says, just the titles is, okay, we have gratitude, of course, staying in love and above, generosity, meditation, and breath work. That's a good one, breath work. Breath work helps you breathe mindfully, which is something a lot of people don't breathe mindfully. They just go through life with a very shallow breath, and that is going to it's better when you breathe deeply, which I need to remind myself that all the time.
And when you go to exhale, create some steam in the back of your throat and actually expel it out of it's called the Ujjayi breath.
Yes.
So you're actually like literally breathing out like body pollution. That's why I'm like, the mask thing. Nope.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No, it's not a good idea.
It's eliminating. Well, you think of what that does to your vibration, honestly.
I don't even talk to people because I can't. Well, I don't want them to talk to me because I can't read their face and their mouth, and I just do my thing and leave. Like I don't.
Well, yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, that's all you can do. Do your thing and leave. Forgiveness. Okay, we talked about that. Eating a high vibe food. We talked about that. By eating nutrition dense foods and vegetables, your body literally absorbs these things, making you more light and vibrant.
Yeah, just even saying whatever you're eating, being grateful for, and just throw it some love and gratitude before you bite.
Like you said earlier, that's why we would bless our food before we eat it, because it's
And I have lots of times like been mid food and like, oh, I was so busy getting it ready or whatever. Do it then. It doesn't matter. Just do it then.
Oh, here's a new one. Consume high vibe music, TV, books, and movies, which we sort of touched on that. But
yes.
Prana is not limited to the foods you eat, but includes everything you consume. Be sure your entertainment is high vibration. That's why.
Yeah, prana is energy. And we breathe in prana, but it's your energy. So people can look
Does
that
the
up.
music you listen to include violet or low vibrational lyrics? How might changing the soundtrack of your daily commute from work to work may contribute to a better day?
Mm-hmm.
Be selective about your media intake.
Yes. And I was going to say too, not necessarily journaling, but if that's good. Of course. But writing, if you need a little bit more of a, practice to like flow it into your day and make it something that's a habit, is if you just write down like 5 things that you're thankful for. I did this with my sister years ago, and there was days that, I mean, I think every day I always said I was grateful for the F word. I said that every day.
Really?
I said, actually wrote it out or spelled it.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's so useful and therapeutic. I think I said that every single day. So it doesn't have to be,
yeah.
it doesn't have to be things that are sunshine, rainbows, and unicorn farts. It doesn't have to be.
Right.
It can
Exactly.
be, I'm grateful for this experience that's, really knocking me down a few levels because I'm going to learn so much, or whatever. You don't even have to give it a because, but because it,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So doing gratitudes aren't necessarily things that are bright and sunny and happy. They might be stuff that's dark,
Sometimes you have to dig through the pile of what you're grateful for.
But you're so grateful for it because
grateful. That's right, because it's part of your journey.
Right.
And who you become. Okay, surround yourself with beauty. Be sure your home and your work environments reflects beauty, passion, enthusiasm for life. And that's really a good thing. Reduce clutter and create space for clarity.
That would be very hard for me.
Yep, me too. Go for a walk outside. This is a double whammy for raising your vibration. Get exercise and be outside. Get the sun on your face and your heart pumping. Take a break from the buzz of electricity and technology, and spend a few minutes outside.
No, that brings me to remembering my friend who the shaman that she uses is also a physician's assistant. So her prescription was for treating, she has COPD. So being legitimately afraid to wear a mask and to also contract anything that might come in. So he had her, that was part of her prescription, is like there's herbs that she was taking there. She had a special practice for that, but it was going outside and going for a walk and opening up her lungs. Like that was no matter what the season was or is. So we were moving into a cold season, which was really, really helpful for her. A cold weather season. And so, like that was part of her prescription, was to that she did a physical practice, like being an active participant in her healing, something that we don't do in Western medicine. So
good.
I need to check in on her and see how she's doing with that, because is it mullein? Is that the herb that treats the lungs a lot, like the bronchials?
I think so.
Because she was supposed to drink it in tea. She was, because that's in a lot of teas. But she was also to smoke it to bring it in. Yeah. Like not a lot, but
just a little bit. But from years ago, back when I was young, we were told, after you have a baby, get that baby, no matter what season it is, put it in that buggy and take it outside, even if it's for 5 minutes, because that's going to build the immune system to handle the bitter cold, the rain, the heat, whatever is going on. And so that makes total sense.
I mean, remember babies with croup, right?
Yeah.
You'd bundle them up, you take them outside and let them cry it, cough it, you hold them, you sing to them, you do keep them warm. I mean, you're not, but you want to breathe that cold air.
Cold air, yeah.
In steam in the bathroom. I remember sitting in the steamy bathroom with Isabel, just, it was horrible. And then, the next time in a couple hours we would go outside. It was tough, but that's
exactly. Next one is be sure your relationships are vibrationally high. Be sure your relationships. Finally, surround yourself with people who lift you up more than drag you down. Spend time with people who make you feel better about yourself, people who believe in you and are interested in that high frequency life too. That is so, so important, because as we spend time with people that are like-minded and they're reaching for that same thing, they want to vibrate higher. They want to, get rid of all the toxic stuff out of their life. Toxic relationships are yuck. We want rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Dina saw that response to her or not, because I sent it on our chat thing through Restream, but I don't see it popping up in our. I just said, yeah, Dina, you remember that? That's so hard. It's so hard to do that with the littles.
Oh yeah, it
They
is.
get over it. You hear it breaking up in there, but that's for your own. You can do that too. It doesn't have to be like diagnosed croup. But like if you have some kind of
Right, if you
lung
got
thing,
lungs.
go outside and breathe in the cold air. Sit in a steamy shower. The whole thing works
Yeah,
for you too.
it does. I always hang my head over a pot of steam.
Yeah.
On the stove. You cover your head with the towel and you breathe it in and breathe it in. It helps. I used to do that to my kids too when they
Yep.
were little. Like if they had to stand on a step stool, okay, you're going to stand over this hot pot and breathe this in. Don't touch the pot.
Yep. But that brings me to essential oils too. One of the things that I always keep on hand is oil of Oldus. It's a blend of essential oils. It's like Swedish. It's hard to find actually. You can get it at a health food store a lot of times.
Okay.
Because it's one of those secret things. You can actually get sniffers too, which I have sniffers. Like comes in like a little tube, like a Afrin, but essential oils. You can breathe it in and get it working on breaking things up too. Why did we get on this? I don't know.
I don't even know, but that was part of raising your vibration.
Oh yeah.
We're just talking about anything that raises the vibration so that we can move
adjust to what's coming in.
Prepare us for the fifth dimension, moving into that higher dimension. So if we don't get ready for it, we could just sort of be having a lot of body pain, headache, not feeling well. And so these are all things we can, really get in there and raise our vibration. So we are able to move through this space a lot more adequately for all of us. And that's what I want. And it's good. It's good.
It's good.
It's real good.
So, was there anything else that we wanted to discuss?
No, I think that was it. We were just talking about vibration today and how, I wish I should have sent that to you. That showed you this, that you could have put that scale down there at the bottom. That's the vibrational scale.
Schumann?
Yeah.
Human resonance?
The vibrational scale. It shows like love all the way to the top.
Oh.
And it shows at the bottom will be like, probably like they said in the thing, what was it? Blame is like 15 on the vibrational scale. When you live in blame or you live in unforgiveness, you live in pain, you're going to be way down here on this vibrational scale, where joy, resonating in joy and love is very high, and it keeps you at this high place where you're ready to you're vibrating at that high place. So that's the type of energy and the type of beings and people you're going to invite around you, is these higher vibrating energies.
Right.
And
Joshua asked about mushrooms. He did a while ago. I'm sorry, just responding to it. They're more grounding. They're because they come right out of.
They come from the ground, yeah.
And I guess those are like, so biologically those are the closest plants to us as humans. Maybe because they're fungi. I don't know.
Yeah. I like mushrooms.
Funny. But unless it's a Anamina muscaria or a one of those psilocybin mushrooms, those it's a little different.
Yeah, exactly. Mushrooms are very grounding. Anything like that comes from the earth is going to be so grounding.
Yes,
really good.
Things that grow higher up in the foliage are going to be higher vibration.
They're going to be higher vibration. Yep, exactly.
Same goes for essential oils. If it's like a cinnamon, like cinnamon's like a bark that's a little bit more grounding, or something that's from a root, it's going to be a little bit more grounding. Something that comes from higher in the tree, like a lemon or a citrus, something like that, it's going to be higher vibration. So it's pretty easy to
yes, exactly, to go through. Well, lots of things floating around here. I've seen the Bach remedies. You heard of the Bach remedies? And those are made from
the essences.
Yes, those are really good, high vibrational.
I just started taking colloidal silver.
Yes, that stuff is really excellent.
I can't turn it
silver.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be super nasty. It's actually pretty tolerable. You just squirt it in your mouth and drink some water.
Yeah,
You're fine.
very, very good. Yeah, and it works so great. It's like nature's natural antibiotic,
Yeah.
and it is. And so if you're not feeling good, um, take a little bit of that. Bam. And
Yes,
not,
there's powerful herbal remedies, powerful,
yes.
that don't leave you with like a cycle of having to medicate what you,
Yep.
we're taking medicine for.
Exactly. And it
There,
just takes some investigation, really, and connecting like with the people that have already walked that path. That's
yeah,
the great thing. That's the great thing. You can make connection with people out there that have been on that path, people that are on the herbal healing path.
I just got a new book. Like I love books, but look at my new book.
Plants of the gods. Ooh, the sacred
Yes,
healing.
and it came in cellophane, so it's really good if it comes in cellophane, right?
Oh wow, cool.
Yes, I'm super excited, and they've got pictures.
Oh wow, cool. Yeah, I have tons of plant books because of the medicine
Oh,
stuff that I do. I love plant books. And I love harvesting stuff out in the woods.
yes.
It's
And
just
wouldn't you know it? I landed right on salvia.
really,
Salvia is very interesting, and it's related to your sage and to marijuana.
really.
Um, yeah, I don't know if I've ever talked about this with you before, but you know, how in like churches they use incense. I always used to think that they used to do that like just as a traditional practice because there were so many stinky people that in churches. That's what
Oh, you didn't bathe before church. Okay, get out the swinging thing. Yeah, there we go. The sensor.
yeah, because I mean, they'd be stinky in those churches, and then anyway.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was so true, but they were used to their own funk, so it was fine.
Yes.
But I learned that it wasn't always frankincense and myrrh because frankincense is incredibly hard to harvest. So you're thinking about like, all these churches doing all this stuff with frankincense and myrrh,
Right.
and whatever's in those little
Right.
things that they wave.
Right.
No, they didn't always put that in there. They put marijuana in there and salvia and sage. It wasn't always frankincense. So people were like lit.
Wow.
No wonder they have the coffee time and everybody eats donuts after church. Another tradition because
We're
everybody
starving.
had the munchies.
We got the munchies. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they got all like psychedelic with the, the stained glass window.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
Isn't that funny? Like, so people are, I mean, yeah.
That is crazy.
People were like stoned in church. Talk about contact buzz, huh?
Wow. Yeah. So yeah. So plants are high vibrational. Another of moving into high vibration for sure.
Back
And
on track.
definitely certain plants will move you into a high vibration or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah. I mean, you heard of the shaman's blend? You smoke
Yes.
it, and
Yeah. I have that. I burn it. My dad has it as well.
yes, I have
He
that
just burns
too.
it in the
It's
house.
very
Just a little
unique.
bit.
Yeah, just to burn a little bit. It has some mugwort in there, I do believe.
But
It's
yes.
mixed with a bunch of other different herbs, but it brings it's supposed to bring it more of a clairvoyant opening to the to the crown, so that you can move into seeing things even more clearly than you already do.
Yeah. I don't smoke it. I know
I
somebody
don't
that
smoke it
does.
either. I
I mean,
have some, but I just sort of burn it, like you said. I'll put it in my
yeah.
sensor thing and burn it a little bit.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what my dad does too. Because it's just I'm not a smoker, so that's just a little bit. And some people, they can ease into smoking or not smoking and whatever, and
Right.
each their own.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, awesome. But anyway, so that's where we're at. That's where we're landing today, I guess, with everything. But it's been really awesome.
I think Dina's butt messaging us because I don't know what love CS in my go-to. Oh, maybe because something we were saying at that moment.
Her going to the woods and going out and picking plants. I think that's what she's saying. It's for my
Yeah.
go-to.
And she is a registered nurse. So I actually went to school with her when I
cool.
was going into I had a different major then.
Yeah.
I was in my early 20s. So was she. Yeah, we had a lot of medical classes together. Thank God I was with her for medical terminology. Floated her right through that.
Yeah.
Wait for her to type back. You did not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that kind of sums
that
up.
sort of wraps it up. Yeah. So get your singing bowl out here, raise your vibration, and get your selenite wand here. Wave it around your head. Don't conk yourself in the head though. Wave it around your head.
I do have one of those.
Yep.
It's just singing, even if you have a crappy voice, doesn't matter.
Just sage, burn your sage.
She said she did better.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I got a moonstone. Moonstones are really good.
Oh, you know what? Those make me my Freya has a moonstone in her, or an opal. I think it's moonstone, and she just heats me up. Like of all the things I say, I don't really feel a lot of stuff. For whatever reason, that
get you.
Yeah.
I love moonstone. I don't know.
Maybe can you see it? Is that an opal or a moonstone? You can't tell on my camera, can you?
Can't tell, but it looks like a moonstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a moonstone, I think. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very good. So this has been really good. You never know where spirit's going to take us. I have had I keep seeing somebody saluting me. So I don't know if somebody out there, if you come across this video and when somebody is saluting me, that means they've been in the service, and they're just wanting you to know that they are connecting in this realm. And maybe they're sending you messages, you're not paying attention, because I do connect with the other side in the invisible realm. And it's been happening about 30 minutes. So it's a male energy saluting me over and over again. So he's really wanting to be acknowledged. So I'm just acknowledging him. And I don't know why the name Paul keeps coming, but just putting that out there. So if you run into this, and I want you to just give your uncle Paul a salute back and say it's okay. We do acknowledge you.
I have an Uncle Paul, but he's not passed on. And he wasn't in the service.
Okay, well, maybe it has something to do with Paul. Maybe somebody in his connected to him. Just ask him. Service.
My grandpa.
Okay, your grandpa then. Maybe it's your grandpa. But he just wouldn't leave me alone. It started a while ago, and like tapping me on the shoulder and saluting me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna acknowledge you. That's fine. I wanted to do it before we left in case.
But my nose is really, really running suddenly. I don't know why, like dripping. Like
really?
It just
started running out. Wow.
Yeah, like what's hitting my face? Like
yeah. Well,
it's so weird. It's like like water. It's weird.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you for everything.
He's connecting to water. Yeah. As he just showed me water. He's connecting to water. He could have been something on a boat.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's why he's saluting me. He was something having to do with sailing or on a boat or water of some sort. Maybe he was on an aircraft carrier. I don't know. Interesting.
My grandpa was in World War II, but he was I don't think that resonates. That's not, I don't.
This person is showing me something to do with their abdomen. I feel like they had an injury into the abdomen somehow. Somebody, yeah. So I'm sort of putting it together. I don't feel like that was what caused them to transition, though. I think that that they were injured in the abdomen of some sort. You could have got shot in the abdomen, could have got injured somehow in the abdomen area. And so that's
is this person still watching? Oh, okay. Robin. He says, I have a grandpa Paul who passed last summer. He was in the Air Force.
Did he pass from something in the abdomen? That would be my question, as he keeps focusing on the abdomen area. Interesting.
Well, Robin, what could he show us that would be, simple, so we get some validation, make sure it's him.
Last summer. So,
He was living in Israel. I will have to ask my aunt.
that might have been why he showed me the water, over the water. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was over the water. Yeah, he's identifying with candles.
Is it Paul Cook? Would it be Paul Cook, Robin? I mean, that might help. Maybe it's not the same thing. I think Robin's thinking about what he can.
Yeah, I'm thinking too, if I get anything else, I just keep, I feel like he is, the purpose of this stepping forward was to be acknowledged, the salute. Then he's showing me candles, which is a celebration. So he's acknowledging that he is part and still around and connected to the family. And there's a celebration that either has happened or is going to happen, with the candle. It could be a birthday, that's going to happen, and he's acknowledging that person's birthday. So he just wants to let them know that he is still connected to what's going on in the family.
Robin says he was a tall, dark-haired guy, but I don't know that in Spirit Land that they show you that always. Oh, his mom was murdered last summer.
Wow.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
Okay. Robin, do you feel like they're related, perhaps? Like the message that he's bringing forth?
Wow.
Something
going on. That was last summer she was murdered. Is it around her birthday time, maybe right now? Or around, there's something going on connected there with the candles? Or, or maybe even, see, the candles was right.
I think her birthday could be coming up, he said. My nose stopped running, by the way. Apparently, he's done messing with me to get the intention. Yes.
Yeah, but he's celebrating her birthday. And,
okay.
Yep. He's wanted to celebrate the birthday.
Is he trying to let us know something about Robin's mom?
What happened?
Or just maybe bring Robin a message on her behalf, or I don't know.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Should I light a candle for her?
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll get one.
Yeah. This is funny. I see, what I was seeing was like something crashing. It sounds like weird, but like two things coming together and a shattering happening. I don't know what this means, but whether there was I don't know. It was like it was like what it looked like was two glasses or cups or something coming together and they shattered. But see, that's what it looks like to me. It could have been something that he's showing me pertaining to what happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Because I asked not to see details because I don't want to see that. So
I chose pink, Robin.
So perfect. So that's perfect. So there was a shattering that happened. I don't understand that. I feel like something in the head area. But um, so um,
He said, "Thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Look,
that's good. Beautiful.
I want to put it where he can see it on the screen. So
Yeah. I feel like that's what he asked for. He really wanted a candlelit celebration of her birthday coming up, and um, I feel like the shattering already happened. That was part of it's like that happened. There was a brute force and a shattering. I don't know. That's what, maybe it was bones broken. I don't know, but that's what I'm feeling because I've asked Spirit to not give me detail because I don't want to get that it could be very traumatic and entangling. So I don't want to entangle my energy into that right now. So I've asked for just I've asked for her and for him to step forward and give me information.
he said he asked, like already happened or will happen with shattering.
Right, that's what I just said. I said it's already it's already happened. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So but that's what I said. It felt like a breaking, like bones breaking type of thing. Like I don't know, understand it
That's
really.
the shattering.
Yeah, that's the shattering.
Yeah.
Like even in the skull. So that's it right there. Yeah, the breaking. I felt like something was shattered.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, but I've asked not to see details because I like that's just I
No,
did that.
sometimes it floods in really fast before you can block the
Yeah.
actually feeling it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why she's saying that, Robin.
Yep.
And plus, it's traumatic to see it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Um.
we're gonna send her and Grandpa lots of love. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
It feels like Robin probably really needed to hear that. Actually.
So I feel like I asked him, has this person been found that did this? That's what I ask him, and he said it's not entirely done. It's like it's not been, the whole thing has not came out came out yet. I feel like that this person that there's a mixed feeling about it. I feel like maybe they've apprehended somebody, but not. But it's not right yet. There's just some things that are off.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like the truth has not came out here. So
like the whole truth, or like things aren't finished.
Yes, it's not done yet, and so it's like I don't know. Maybe,
oh my God, I'm cold.
Maybe they've apprehended the wrong person. I don't know, but there's something going on. Or this was a entanglement. There was more than one person involved. This is what I'm feeling. That I'm getting the feeling of, but I can be off too because I'm picking up so much stuff, and I'm trying to really tune into her. You know,
Is she there with her dad?
Yes. Yep. I'm trying to tune into her energy, but it's very, very weak. Very, very weak.
Yeah, it's pretty new, but she's crossed. She's not stuck.
Yeah, she's not stuck.
Okay.
She has crossed, but it's very, very weak, and
so that's why Grandpa came forward.
Yep, he just wanted to bring her and validate her and to bring the message that it's going to be okay. This is all going to be resolved, and it's going to be resolved. And the candle is very beautiful, very, very purposed. and as a candle is a tribute to a soul, you know.
Okay. He gave us a little bit of a explanation. They have, but he has not been found competent to stand trial. Like, he's crazy. But my mom was informing FBI of drug trafficking, and also that there was a cold case murder that she had info on, and had made a Facebook post that officials didn't want to hear it. And she said if she winds up dead, that's why.
Wow.
Well,
That's exactly why I was feeling
wow.
what Grandpa forward. He's like, this is all tangled up, and
Oh, wow. Was this in the UP, Robin? Oh, the cold case that she had info on was aired on Netflix. Unsolved Mysteries. Everybody's gonna watch that now. Reboot. No Ride Home. She's is a retired federal law enforcement officer. Right after her murder, all of her posts were erased. Yeah.
oh my goodness, wow. No wonder she's very, yeah, her energy is very weak, but she's very apprehensive of even, um, she's right, staying way back.
Any clue? Any clue who else I can go after? No. No, happened in happened in Kansas City.
Okay.
Mound City, Kansas. Sorry, I said that wrong. Any clue who else I can go after? He might want to just make an appointment with you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So I can just tune into that whole thing right there. But that would be really extensive too. Very.
Yeah, and once you start feeling into that, I know you have friends that do that more.
Yes, I do.
More so.
I have a good friend that works for the FBI and
Yeah.
and helping solve missing children and solve murders also. She
Yeah.
does it all the time. That's what she basically does. So yeah, I
Mhm.
work with her too. So yeah, if you want to get a hold of me, that would be.
I was going to put your information up.
Yeah, we can move forward with this. There's a lot going on there, but I do want to honor grandfather and
Yes.
her for stepping forward today to bring this to light. Or we would never know. So and to bring this for you because it's amazing. It's good. That spirit is always connected and wants to bring and validate and bring truth and bring the light and shine the light for us. So we have our path clear.
Right. I thought I had a little thing that I could, put up Destiny Words contact information, but I think I just have to do it separate here.
That's all right.
Okay.
I always tag this and move it over to my site anyway. So
yeah.
Destiny Words.
I think I have it on YouTube on the description.
Yep, we're good. It's good. Yeah. So I just want to just talk about energy. I want to clear and cleanse because I feel really heavy right now.
What is your website or what is your Facebook?
Who, mine?
Yeah, your Facebook is Destiny Words, right?
Just Destiny Words. Yep. Go to Destiny. Go to Facebook. Hit the little mic like eyeglass thing and type in Destiny Words. I come right up.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do your business line too. I'm gonna put this on the description here.
Yes, thank you. We will definitely be in touch. For sure.
I'm sorry, I'm just typing this in so that people have the information.
Yeah, that's fine.
There we go. I don't know why I thought I had one already.
I thought you did too.
I don't know why it. So good. There, it's up. There we go.
So you can message me at that number. It might take me a little bit to answer you right back because I get tons of messages in a day. So I just sort of go through them, and move stuff around so I want to be at my best and ready for everybody. So it's good.
Yeah. And I mean, I can support that too if you feel like you want to jump into it. But
yes, for sure. For sure. But anyway, that's good. Well, I appreciate everybody today and all your contributions, all the encouragement. It's been a good day. And we just
And to encourage Robin, I know
Yeah.
we're not physically here, but we did write a candle of
the candle,
intention
yeah,
and
burning.
healing for her. So
Ask.
just like at church, same thing. Put your
Yeah.
intentions and your prayers in there for her,
Yeah.
for your family. We're doing the same for her. So
Yes. Well, have a wonderful day. Bless
yes,
you.
you too.
Namaste. Bless all of you. And we will do this again next week.
Okay.
And see where the spirit guides us, right?
Happy
Keep that
Friday.
vibration high, high. Raise the vibration. And
Have a great day.
Have a good day. Love y'all.
Bye.
Eek.